some things to change. What it is, snapping. Uh, here you can change for instance units like meters into radians, degrees into radians, meters into centimeters. You know, simply go through it at home and just have a look what's inside.
Where did you get that from? The option? Yeah.
Here in options and you are here. What's important here to interesting, it's something new. To snap these things, to just check out these things, snap to the edge. Why it's important? For instance, basically you'll be able to snap some main points, but you want to snap edge of the pipe, edge of some item. So by default you can't do it.
Okay.
So simply you have to firstly go to the options and click on it. So from now you'll be able to snap to any edge, which is in my opinion really important. I'll show you why. That's it. So simply we started working with Revit. Here you have some tabs. First of all, if you want to put some level, you're either using append or merge. Append is just adding, so you simply add or open file, and merge is like you can merge two files, so simply append to files, so simply load to files. But if one
Two different files?
yes, whatever it is. For instance, here you will have file of building with pipe, and in another file you will have building with exactly the same pipe in exactly the same position. So what does it mean merge? He will remove duplicated content such as geometry and markups. So basically, you know,
it's repeated more time.
if you will have wall in the same place, he'll ask you, he will prompt that do you like to merge them? So it's useful, to be honest. Sometimes I've been using it to check what's where. All right. Why I like Navisworks? Why in my opinion it's good software, not as good as Solibri, but why it's good? Because you can open so many extensions, so many. So
all of them work on Navisworks.
all of them work. Look how many of them.
You can all make like clash detection.
Yeah.
The AutoCAD files.
AutoCAD files. Which one?
DVG.
DVG.
The
Because you can export.
and
AutoCAD is not only exporting 2D documentation to the files. You can export 3D geometry from the DWG. I'll show you later on if you want. Simply, obviously IFC, but what's my opinion? I don't like IFC yet. You know, for me it's good. It will be better, but still we have some problems like Martin said. Okay, like you opening IFC from different software, and there is geometry missing. Why? Because there is, like Martin also said, there's certification in exporting. So every single of these programs is certified that we can export IFC files, but nobody's giving IFC certificate in importing.
yeah.
So basically, what I would advise you, if you're working with Revit or Autodesk products, try to export them as a native files. So RVT, whatever it is, DWG, not IFC. Just for the future. So generally why I like it, because you can simply open every file. What I mean, Autodesk probably will decide to release maybe 2 times a year new software. So basically you will have, I don't know, Revit 2015 and 16 in 1 year. And obviously up to 3 versions into the past, into the back, you can open files. But in Navisworks, it doesn't matter if you open Revit 2009, 8, 7, 12, 13, it doesn't matter, it works. Simple like this. You can mention it in your assignment because I think it's worth mentioning. Basically, where is this file? I think it's so big.
Sorry. You can open the school model.
Here is school. All right.
It's on desktop.
So append, desktop,
The school model is a Revit file.
all files.
So you don't need to change, like, you know, on Revit there's a place where it says export to Navisworks and then it will save as an NX something file.
Basically, what it's doing now,
Yeah. Oops. Oh.
basically, what it's doing now is it's frozen.
Yeah.
Basically, it's frozen.
Basically.
Loading primarily school architecture RVT.
Yeah.
So what it means, you've got 3 types of files, of Navisworks files.
Yeah.
NWC, NWF, and NWD.
Okay.
I don't remember what's the difference between NWC and NWF, but NWD, for instance, is a standalone version. So if you have something, I'll show you some model, and you made what I will show you in this model now, and you want to save it in file and send to somebody else, you're always using NWD because it has everything in the file. You don't have, he will be not looking for connection. NWC or NWF is one is with connection, one is with links. I don't know which one is it, which one is which. Basically now, as I said, you can open so many different files,
Yeah.
and he will convert them automatically into NWC file.
And
Okay.
see.
Yeah, so Revit file. So you can basically save in Revit as NWC, or don't bother, open it in Navisworks, and it will basically convert it and save NWC file in the place where you've got model. So if you have desktop model 1, model 1 RVT,
Model
below
one.
there will be NWC,
Okay.
right? So now it's converting simply.
You broke it.
Yeah, I broke it, sorry.
And maybe no, go look at that if it's there at the back.
So you went to open it and open a project directly, just Revit
No, I just clicked append.
append.
So from the first ribbon you've got append. So here you have append and merge. Append is just simply open, merge is
Okay,
open and get.
this is
remove
just
notification.
you just append the architecture one.
Yes.
If you have more than one, do you click them 3 all together on the same time?
You can.
Append and then choose the tree
Yes,
structure
yes.
mechanic.
So yeah. So we opened basically the file. All right. And what you ask is simply you have to, as the guys showed you, you have to open more windows where you can simply follow your model. So you ask me where is the file? It's a selection tree. Hold on. Oh, sorry. So simply you have your model here. If you append more than one, they will be just here. Okay.
Okay.
Pum, 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 pum. And as you can see, you can follow what's in the model, and you can also change this view into some detailed view. So for instance, this is standard view, but it can be properties view. So you can look for different properties like area, and you can set filter on this area, and it will filter your property, but it's not needed. I won't make it so sophisticated. It's pointless. So basically, like this, you can refresh, which is simply refresh, reset all appearances, transforms, links. What does it mean? You can, for instance, color your walls, color your elements, and then it will be colorful, and you don't want to be like this anymore. So you can reset appearances. Transformation. So any transformation you can reset links. It's not really useful, to be honest. File options. Not really. I didn't really use it, to be honest. Never used it. So select, as you may guess, you can check whether you want to select by clicking on something or select box. So basically everything. And also, yeah.
Why is there not normally it's at the hand where you can grab it and turn around? Why isn't it possible to get this?
You mean about this wheel where you have move, zoom in, out? It's not on. Really, from the selecting feature, really important is if you will click on something and right click, you get different selections like set selection resolution to file, to layer, the first object, last object to geometry. So for instance, to file. So if I'll select anything on the screen, it will select the whole file. Okay? So if you will have, for instance, here architecture, MEP, and structure, and then you will click on architecture, it will highlight whole architectural model. Okay? If you will, for instance, select, but it only works not here, but it only works when you click on the model. If you select to the layer, simply if you will click on some element, it will highlight whole layer.
Oh, it doesn't work. No, because you broke it there. It's not in the screen.
No,
Really?
You turn the screen.
No, the cable
Oh,
is broken.
yeah.
I think.
No, you drove.
Ah,
the
it's-
screen.
It should come back.
You know, Carla, you're asking about the wheel. Is it like this? How, like in Revit, we can move it? Or
But it's not, I think you have it at AutoCAD and the Revit that you have this hand where you can grab elements and it's easier to turn around, I think.
oh,
that.
okay.
But,
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, it's
Oh, wait a
done.
second, maybe. Yeah,
Now.
yeah. Touch
Yay.
carefully.
Let's
Leave
leave
it.
it.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Right, let's leave it.
Mike, I wanted to ask, this grid lines, what are they? Like A, B, C, D, and then... What's that?
They are just grid lines, which are in the file.
Yeah.
So basically, if you have grid lines in your file,
in your
Revit,
Revit file?
in your Revit file,
Access, it's the access of
yeah,
the
we
map.
just imported grids from your file.
Yeah.
It's like the plans, the floors.
Yeah.
You
So
do
they come
access
with
and-
the model.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are really important in
Basically,
Revit.
it has a-
Because for instance, you're establishing firstly grid,
Yeah.
and for instance, you are putting pillars on the section of these grids.
It's
And
useful
then-
for reference or for the sections. No.
Both.
No,
For
it's
reference.
just
Ah, okay.
To draw plans. it's
you can,
easier.
for instance,
Ah.
why it's here, because you can measure from grid A
Yeah.
to window some length. Okay.
Mm.
So simply like this, because in the real work, nobody will ask you like, yeah, I've been measuring from curb in the parking to window. They'll be asking you about technically from A to window it's 2 meters. So that's why grid is here, for instance. You can switch it off, obviously, in a view. So
Unfit that.
yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
yeah. You've been asking me about the thing to move. It's steering wheel. It's on a viewpoint. For me, it's useless because simply, if you want to
Better
move,
use the
No,
one
the
on the
pen.
right.
Yeah, the pen.
The pen and
just
the cube.
use your mouse and use your keyboard.
Yeah.
If you want to move, you click in the middle.
It's like
If you
sketch
want to
out,
rotate
whatever.
the
So
cube.
Yeah.
Automatically it becomes a pan when you
Yeah,
get them
if you
done.
click in the middle. If you want to rotate, click Shift and this middle click. If you want to zoom, just simply zoom like this,
Yeah.
and it's much more easier to work like this,
What is for Zoom?
Zoom, it's use your scroll.
Oh,
Scroll up
yeah.
and scroll down.
Okay, yeah. Similar to Revit.
Yeah.
So basically like this, finding items, selection tree we have here, height,
Should we start with the clash detection?
you want
Do
to
you-
see
or
clash,
do you think there is something else you want to show us before?
clash detection, okay, we can go to clash detective. I think good thing to show you firstly, before clash detection, is accessibility. Because you can check accessibility using I don't know how it's called, some man or whatever it is. Realism, whatever it is. Where is the guy? Oh, let me see where it is.
If you click, doesn't
Walk.
appear. If you click, for example, gravity.
Third
Okay,
person.
okay.
A little bit big.
Where did you get the guy from?
Oh,
No, it's just the.
He pushed realism and he started. He take them all.
Where's your
And viewpoint.
viewpoint?
Yeah,
This guy.
yeah,
That person.
yeah.
Because you should move it. Yeah. The guy.
yeah. It must firstly. Okay, it's on the ground. So basically, you can walk using this guy in your model. Okay.
Mhm.
Mine's not working. This one.
Use your keys.
Where he's
Uh,
going.
because you didn't.
No,
You need to put realism, collision, gravity, crouch, and
But
third
it's not
person.
letting me take that.
Because you need to firstly click walk here,
Okay, so I click walk.
and then
okay.
Okay.
Gravity couch. And maybe now.
and then you can use your
No.
your arrows. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now it's on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like cool feature, but it has this option crouch. So maybe it sounds stupid, but I will show you in my file how we use this feature to check clearance. Because in my file I've got so many pipes, so we've been just wandering around the file using this guy and checking accessibility. How and why and this kind of stuff. Simply, if you click on edit current viewpoint and then settings, you can change your dummy. Okay, so you can put him, you can make him 174. He'll be a bit smaller. I'm 174. You can I don't know.
Male, female.
Yeah,
human.
high visibility vest, and maybe we'll make him a bit bigger, but no, maybe no, it's fine.
The radius.
So simply you know now you know that he's 174. So once you'll be going under the pipe,
Yeah.
and he'll be probably hitting pipe. Okay, he will crouch down.
No.
So you know that there is problem with
Yeah.
clearance.
Okay.
So you can check accessibility.
But-
But when you put the man there, we go.
You have
we
to do
touch
it.
down.
You have to do it manually. I mean, you walk
Yeah.
it everywhere, or it's automatic to check the height.
No. You have to walk.
Okay.
You know, when we had too much time, we've been just simply playing hide and seek in my company. You know, it's
How do you use that walk tool? Like you.
use your arrows. Obviously, you can't go through this door, but
For the gravity, okay, you need to.
I mean,
deactivate. the
I won't
gravity
tell you
mode.
about it because it will take too much time. But you can in Navisworks you can use scripts, which
To open the
means
door.
you can script doors and put some code saying if this dummy will be nearby doors will automatically open, or you can use spacebar to just open the doors. Okay, so then you can go to whole building, but it's taking time. Nobody's using it. The thing is, you can show this accessibility. Put him somewhere. I'll show you how to show it in assignment. Where is?
Yeah, maybe we can show about the possibility to do it.
Just let me open this file. just want to show you. It's a bit boring, but you know, I hope I'll help you out. This is real project. Oh, it's a power plant in my country, and I want to show you. Oh my goodness, I hate this hypo. I want to show you this accessibility feature. What the hell is wrong with this? Something is wrong with the mouse.
These mouse are usually rubbish.
Okay. So as you can see, there's so many things. What the hell is wrong with this mouse?
I have a mouse.
No, don't worry, it's fine. So basically,
You want? Yeah.
no, it's
Okay.
fine.
You okay?
Yeah. So here, as you asked me before, here is 160 models or something inside. Where is Windows selection tree? So the whole file is made out of so many models. This is another way of showing accessibility in the model. So basically there are roads and paths marked here, but coming to the point, you can put this third person, realis, crouch, gravity, blah blah blah. No, it's not working. Okay, maybe oh shit. I must put in here. Okay. Now it should work. It should work. Oh.
Okay.
See,
okay.
it's.
When you move it in.
I need to change speed. Okay, but fuck. Linear speed 5.
25 meters per second. Running.
Still, he's too fast.
Yeah.
Super Polish guy.
Efficient working.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
So basically, if he's 180 and you will see something on his way, he will crouch.
Okay, we
See?
crouch like this.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if there will be pipe,
Mm.
like here, I don't know what's that. This is some problem.
At this pipe.
See?
Yeah.
I know it's
Maybe it's like
so
air,
cool,
you know.
though.
there's-
I become small, okay?
Mm.
But basically, it's a way of it's one of the ways
You can check.
you can check your
in the
accessibility.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we have different thing.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
Oh, there is another pipe there.
can go
Okay.
through stairs, okay? Bum, 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 bum.
That's your sport exercise, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, yeah, it's real project, quite huge. It's with Germany, a company from Duisburg, Mitsubishi Hitachi Power Systems. They are building this facility, and Japan's horrendous people, by the way. So basically, this is one of the ways you can show accessibility, I believe. What you wanted to show more, to see more.
Would you go through clash detection? Which you really can.
Okay, clash detection, right.
Because I'm, as a non-architect,
When did you
no
open
clue.
the options? Sorry.
Which kind of options?
For the
For the guy.
this one.
A
Viewpoint
viewpoint
here.
Realism.
Here you have
and
edit viewpoint.
and then okay.
Here you have linear speed, so
Okay.
linear speed and angular speed, and also
how
okay,
high he is. Okay.
Okay, no, just I remember.
Yeah.
the-
So it's my way of showing accessibility, I believe,
Okay.
and it's useful.
Yeah, yeah.
One more thing, probably you are not able to, because now we have a view like or perspective view, and okay, it works. You can change it into orthographic, which will be, you know, just like 90 degrees,
Okay.
you know, no perspective. So it's useful for measuring. Okay, going back to sections. Do you want to see something about sections?
You start with the clash detections,
All right.
and then we will go to sections.
Okay.
If you can, please.
Clash detective. It's so big. So
Can you-
basically,
Can you change the screen?
like this.
Yeah, so also not.
Uh, Uh, Yeah. Basically, I keep on getting lost, like, in terms of my view. I enter something and then it's just like random stuff. So, how do I go back to normal view? Yeah, shift. Okay, thank you. I don't remember what the guy was talking about this. Okay. Firstly, you have to add some test, okay? What you want to check using clash detection feature. You can name it however you want. You can name it, I don't know, walls versus railing. It depends what you'll be checking. It's just the name, okay? Obviously, you can put some rules, as the guy made, so that items are on the same layer, in the same group, in the same file. To be honest, the best way to figure it out, how to make these rules, is to just use F1, I believe. Oh, it doesn't work here. Just use internet, because to be honest, I never used them as he used.
Yeah.
But they are useful as he.
So should we choose all of them or item in the
Just
same
leave.
layer, in the same group?
Just leave it.
Depends, I think.
Depends. Just leave them. I didn't touch them. But
Because
there is
sometimes
something
there
I
are
need to
clashes
read about.
Between objects in the same layer can happen that there are clashes
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they made the wrong
But
layer.
it's you know, ignore clashes in
Mm.
same layer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can put many different rules.
This one, the rule is to ignore clashes.
For instance, it
Yeah,
depends
yeah, yeah.
what kind of rule you'll make.
But if you don't choose one of them, he will get us all clashes, and then we can like filter it.
Yes,
Yeah.
like ignore on the same layer, ignore on the same in the same
Yeah.
group, and you can make based on these rule templates. You can make different rules, like insulation thickness. Items where the clearance is greater than the insulation thickness are specified by the property blah 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 and property blah blah or blah 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 blah. So you can, based on this one, you can make different rules. To be honest, I won't be lying to you. I don't know how to make them properly because I've been never using them. To be honest,
I think in this stage we shouldn't know everything. It's just
No.
the basics
Basic.
of clash
Basics.
detections and how we use it.
Mm.
Because
Alright.
they said it's not about how you expert in this program.
Yeah.
It's about how you use.
so simply, firstly, you set your test.
Yeah.
Then you set what you want to check. So for instance, here you can have different models and here you can have different models, and you can set your clash detective between whole architecture and whole structure. Or if you have one file like here, this one we have one file, you can this is one file. So within one file you can check, for instance, first floor against a ground floor, or generally whole file against whole file. So here you'll be looking he'll be looking for clashes between every single discipline. Right? Here you have different options. Like if you take this one, he'll be looking for clashes between surfaces, lines, and points. For instance, points are used for like you have cloud of points. So you had some laser scanning. You got so many points. So he'll be also checking for clash between some point and some element. So simply, basically, like this. Self-intersect. So, for instance, you've got pipe which is going through a whole facility, and in one point is intersecting itself. Right? So he will show you this one. Yeah, and simply like this. This is current section, current scene. So it doesn't matter.
Sorry, what was the line again? Line?
Line, it will be just looking for clashes, including lines. So, for instance, you may have some 2D file in it appended, and you'll have some lines. So pipe will be going through this line. So also will show you this clash. Okay?
But the cube is for everything.
Yeah, for
The
generally
whole-
for surfaces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different types of clashes, and most importantly, tolerance, which means this is also important for assignment. Why? What's tolerance? So if you put, as the guy said, you remember during presentation, during fire station model,
That one.
that they put 1 mil, so they use this one clearance, and they had so many clashes.
Yeah.
So you can put simply some tolerance. If it will be set 10 centimeter, he won't be looking for clashes with this tolerance. Yeah. But on the other hand, you can use it in the other way and put it in your assignment. What I mean, the difference between Navisworks and Solibri is that Solibri has better rule set, better clash. That it's just better because you can use different rules to look for instance, for clashes, whatever it is. But here you can also put something smart, like put tolerance, for instance, 30 centimeter between gas pipes and walls, because your document in your country is saying that gas
you
pipes
should
must be-
leave this.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you can run, and he will tell you, the program will tell you that in this corner the pipe is 25 centimeters away from the wall instead of 30 centimeters. So you can check your model, using this kind of stuff.
So it depends how you use it actually.
Yeah, it's your imagination how you will use it. Let's leave it like this. Run test, and and it's showing you so many clashes. What's wrong?
What's the total you got?
85 clashes. I'm trying to get to this one.
Did you run the model against the model?
Yeah,
Okay.
just completely.
So what you did, just run test.
Run test.
Yeah.
Model
I got
against
85
model.
as well.
So it checked everything against everything. You can basically use these sets as the guy said. So make set, filter by layer, put keyword walls, we'll make set of walls, blah blah. At this point for the assignment, enough, more than enough. So simply, it spotted so many clashes, 85. So basically, by clicking on every single, oh my goodness, it's horrible. By clicking on every single clash, it will be showing you these clashes. The thing is, you have dim order or hide order. So if you leave dim order, so you will have.
You choose something and then you do this action on it.
It's already on dim other, no?
Yeah.
Like when we select something. Like the
Hide
rest
order
of-
is just hiding
Oh.
Everything
geometry.
else.
Mm.
so it will be much more clear. The model it's showing geometry.
Yeah, the position.
Yeah, and you can basically change colors. Don't think about it.
Did I have to interpret?
Clashes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you have to interpret it? Like when I look at the model, I see red and green. I have no clue what the mistake really is because I'm not an architect.
But you just simply rerun. Basically, I'm MEP engineer. I'm doing my HVAC, HVAC ducts. So I would like to check whether architect made holes in the wall for me. So I'm running purely clash detecting between HVAC and walls, and it will show me only places where my HVAC is intersecting with wall. So I know my interpretation will be you didn't make holes.
Sorry, Mike. Yeah, I think her question is.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a green and red, but what's the problem?
What's the problem?
Yes.
So
This is what you asked, yeah.
Okay, so here you don't know what's the problem, but I'm telling you this HVAC. So you can find out at the very beginning what you're looking for. Here you have to interpret. So basically we run file against file. We put clearance tolerance 1 mil. So it will be looking for basically for every single clash. What's the problem? I'll show in a second. Hide
I
other.
don't have to interpret it, or it's like.
I think
Look.
Does that mean the wall is coming to the floor?
Yeah. So
Does that
simply the wall should end up
But this one
here,
is
Okay.
but it's going through the slab.
Okay.
Okay. So here you have
That thickness, that.
300 millimeter, 250, something like this.
30 centimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The solar.
I'll show you how to measure it.
But okay, so sorry, I have a question. Now,
Yeah.
what you said is the wall should end on the bottom of the slab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but it continues. So this one is a real problem.
Yeah, it's problem.
Yes, we cannot because there's some clashes we should like ignore,
Yeah.
and some
Yeah.
clashes we should.
Are a
But
problem.
this one,
This
yeah,
is a real
we
problem.
should focus
So
on.
it depends. If you're analyzing your model, it's horrible this resolution. You can decide what do you want to do with it. So simply you found this clash, this is this one. So you are beam coordinator. So you are deciding. In your opinion, we should approve it. It should be resolved. It should be reviewed. You are leaving it as
Another-
active, as a new.
Sorry, another question.
Yeah.
Okay. This problem, now you said we can put the states of it, but this problem, it's not real problem. We can solve it in the construction site, right? Because when they are building, sure they will not, go into the slab and continue the wall. Right?
Yeah, but for instance.
Because I don't know, one of the teachers, he said there's some clashes you can resolve it in the construction site. Is that
Yeah.
one of them?
In your
And then
opinion,
I
it's
think
one of them. In
that's-
my opinion, it's not one of them.
Actually, because
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends whether they will be making this wall out of bricks. So they will be building, and basically they will.
but they build when they build, they will build the slab before you continue the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if they want to do, they will not break the slab.
Yeah,
This
but-
is my imagination.
Yeah. You are right. Yeah. Some of the problems can be solved on site,
Yeah.
but the main idea behind this beam
It-
thing is
it depends
to
how.
solve everything digitally
Bef-
before.
construction begins.
Yes,
or,
because
or at least you point on it in this
Because
point. You
as
have
my
this problem.
company, we've been losing a lot of money. Believe me, a lot of money on revisions, basically, because we had some subcontractor, electricians, like electricians, and they've been asking me for design for everything. Basically, where are all cables in the wall, everything. So if they will spot something like this, they will say, all right, in my opinion, in our opinion, it should be solved. We are subcontractors. We will not take responsibility about this clash. So solve it. So basically, you've been paid for first revision, and then this project is coming back to your company. Nobody will pay you for next revision. So you need to review it. So basically,
It's better to
the
solve
main
it from
idea
this
is
stage.
solve it. And solving it, it's really easy. Because using Navisworks, you can assign somebody, so you can mark who have to review it or
How?
okay, and then you can assign to
Email.
Mike
Email.
No.
Or just
in the file.
Just
Mike,
tell them.
solve it.
Yes,
I'll show you where it is.
you should write Martin Simpson.
but you know, you can say what you raised right now in your presentation. You can say there's a clash like this.
Yeah,
It can
yeah.
also be
That's
done
why
on
I'm
the
asking
side.
these questions to fill my
Hmm.
First of
presentation
all,
Yeah.
with thoughts.
Even while you're talking, you can
Yeah.
tell. You can do this on site, but because you are in a BIM environment, it's better to do it.
Yeah, because we
Idea.
have 10 minutes each for
Yeah.
the presentation, so yeah, this
No,
will
but
take 1
it's
minute.
useful to fix the clash also for the
Yeah.
quantity takeoff. Because
Before.
if the
Oh,
wall
really
goes-
good example. I'll show you.
because
Because in this school
it's not
model,
correct then.
there is no information about cost and quantities, but I'll show you how to trick the program and show, for instance, how much kilograms or tons of concrete you need to bring on site. I'll show you. And if it's wrong,
Yeah.
so this 30 millimeters by, I don't know, 20
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
11
yeah,
meters,
Yeah.
it will
It's
be,
something you
Yeah,
can-
too much
yeah, yeah.
concrete
Too
on
much
site.
everything,
It
yeah.
will affect the whole
I'm glad you did
QS.
you know, you know. So I think you should. It depends. If you are using Navisworks to run only clashes, you don't.
I want to say a funny thing. I worked for a Turkish company in my country for 2 months. So I'm an architect. I thought I was supposed to be in the office, and the boss or the manager or whatever, he said, Mohammed, I want you on site. We are building hospital private for private client, you know. So he said, I said I'm an architect. I don't work in. He said, no, we need you there. I said, what do you need? It's just soil and ugly people and what I should do. Yes, because there are all people from Turkish, they are from like the suburban. Anyway, you know, big guys, you know, smell bad. So I said, why? He said, believe me or not, they were building another one in another area. He said, sometimes they forgot to put window. They just close it, you know. So, do you know, every time when they saw
Why?
stupid crashes, I remember what he said. He said, I want
To
you
be honest, I've been
just
working-
make sure everyone do the place, every door in the place. Easy.
Sometimes here,
We
even in
don't-
this country, like sometimes the architect not only works in the office, they have to go on site. sometimes.
What's the problem? I'll tell you. It's good example because I've been also working in a huge company, and we as young people we don't really feel it. For us, it's really easy.
Yeah.
But when I was going to senior engineer, he was 65 years old. He couldn't even navigate in this file.
Yeah.
Mm.
We
You
are
know?
used
For
to
us, it's easy. It just clash. It's more concrete. Okay, get rid of it. Blah blah blah. Done. And he would be like, "What are you talking about?
Mm.
I had calls, 20 calls per day. How can I move my mouse in Navisworks? Because I can rotate only, you know." And the girl is supposed
My
to
boss
run
doesn't
clashes.
know Revit, like,
And it was like, "Hey, you need to run clashes by 1 p.m. But I don't know how to navigate it.
yeah.
So this is
That-
why
there
they
is a problem.
You know,
That's
you
why
and
they-
you and you. Nobody of us will feel it. But
like them. Yeah.
like that. Even during the lecture, you remember the guy. He had great presentation about fire station, but he couldn't navigate it. Have you spotted it? He was like struggling how to get to something that's more. I won't show you. Okay.
Yeah.
It was easy. I was just about to just stand up and help him, but I was just like, all right, I want I'll pretend to be stupid. It's
Consider
easier.
that my boss, like when I was working previously, he's like, how do you go to 3D view in Revit? And I was like, it's just a top button there, you just press that.
Ah, good.
Like,
That is,
know.
you know.
You know,
Everyone
it,
could
it
do it.
makes sense.
I think it's the generational
Alright.
gap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom
Focus.
constantly used
Back.
Simply, clash detection is
Oh,
firstly,
computer, no PC.
you have to set
Nothing.
rules, or if you don't want to
Little
set
bit fell
rules,
on my
you
bed.
don't touch them.
Ah.
If you want to
Why
set
can you
rules,
Guys, can we?
if you want to set rules, you are simply setting them. Ignore clashes between. Firstly, from the very beginning, coming back, adding test. because program doesn't know what you are going to do. Add test, set some rules if you want. If you don't want, leave it. Select what you will be checking against what. So file against file, liar against liar, discipline against discipline, whatever it is. Then set what you're looking for, hard clashes, what's
What does
clearance.
it mean by hard clashes?
Oh, I will check it after all and tell you, because there's slight difference about this duplicates. Obviously, you are looking for duplicating element itself,
Yeah.
but there is some difference between this hard conservative and hard clashes. I'll check right now and tell you after this, because I don't remember, to be honest. Then you got some result, some clashes. Basically, you can change status of the clash, assign the clash. I will show you where we assign the clash. Review it, like hide order, show order, blah blah blah. And most importantly, you can firstly assign clashes to people, measure them, review them, and generate a report. Why generating report is so important? Because you can connect it with your assignment. It will be in HTML version, so you can basically upload it online, or using CDE, so Common Data Environment, for everybody. So somehow you are compliant with BIM level 2, for instance. You can put it in your assignment. So we are generating clash. It's automatically IT engineer made script. It's automatically online. Blah blah blah. Okay, something like this. So last one is results, and here you have all tests. So basically, you can export them as HTML file, then put online and use CDE. I will show you how it looks like. Desktop, blah blah blah. So basically, you have file with clashes and website. So it will be telling you.
This is a report?
Yes, this is a report, like tolerance was blah, self-intersection no, total 85 clashes, new clashes 85, review appointed.
Yeah.
So you can check every
all
clash.
for the
Yeah,
whole-
this one's
wow.
very good one.
So
And then you can
when
click,
you click that,
and okay, there is clash, and it's HTML.
All the viewpoints. All the...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And also,
Mark.
you've got clash